right, guys. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about the delay. Thank you so much for patiently waiting. Thank you for joining tonight. This is a week 1 NGS matchup. It's Heroic Division. We have A-MEI-ZING up against Taco Team. They are the Latin American team straight out of Mexico this season. Just had a chat with their captain, Marl Bryan. Very, very fun to say the least. I cannot have a spectator, so this guy needs to go. So yeah, this is, again, week 1 matchup, Heroic Division. I believe Taco Team played and lost their first matchup to OSD. I don't know if A-MEI-ZING's played yet. I believe this is their first game. But looks like remove Frank instead. Okay. Okay, kick. Valak invite. All right, so we're waiting on one more. So yeah, joining me tonight is my casting crew. We have Mega Man, Yoshi, Sombra, and the NGS Seal. They're in the party zone. You can see them over there having a good old time. Anything you guys want to say? Didn't think so. Okay, so let me get some in-game music. There we go. In-game sounds are going. So yeah, we are waiting on one more to join the lobby. He technically was here, then left. Now he's here. I'm going to ask if these teams are ready. So /lobby ready. And then yeah, we'll get right underway. Let me go over the map bans tonight. So winning the coin toss was Taco Team. They decided to ban out Sky Temple first. A-MEI-ZING then banned out Tomb of the Spider Queen. This first pick here is Brax's Holdout. It was chosen by Taco Team, and game 2 will be played on Cursed Hollow. Teams are ready, so let's get into the draft.
Brax's Holdout.
All right. Grapesville, you saw that too? Oh man, I was laughing. That's what I was laughing about when I got in here, because he couldn't figure out where to type /join NGS. I thought maybe it had to do with like the in-game client for Spanish. Might have been like / whatever the Spanish word is for join and then NGS. But he tried typing it in Discord general chat. I was like, oh man. Anyway, we're finally here. Teams are on time. They're legal. We do see a Malfurion ban who was actually reworked today. I don't know if these teams had any chance to play him because that patch came out about 2 hours and 15 minutes ago, so it hasn't been much time. I played a few games with them before this with my healer, and he said he feels like he's a little bit weaker than he remembers, and like he said, it was kind of noticeable at times. So maybe Malf needs a little bit of adjustment time from these teams, but they are in the Heroic Division. I'm sure they have plenty of experience on the Malfurion, so maybe not much to worry about. Other thing, if sound levels are off today, let me know if I need to lower anything. I did a little bit of work to my audio mix today. I started using Voice Meter Banana, if any of you know who, any of you guys know what that is. So if anything just needs to be adjusted, please just shoot it in chat, just at MurdaRG, and I'll see it, and then I'll fix it for you guys. I do see plenty of cool people hanging. Gravesville, thank you for that follow, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you for stopping in as always. Sorry you couldn't play in this one. Diablo is the ban from the Taco Team on the right hand side. Yeah, I think he's in a great place in this meta right now. He's got the burst that you want. He has the lockdown, of course, with his APOC. But with this heavy burst meta, Diablo's really come into his own. And on a map like this, where you're going to stay in lane a lot of the time, you're going to have plenty of souls to sustain your 100 stacks throughout the game. And then first pick, we do see the Stukov, which I think is a great pick, having already banned out the Malfurion. You saw them directly target a healer. Now they targeted the other fantastic healer on this map, so I really like that out of A-MEI-ZING. I would say it was an amazing selection at number 1 for them. Other stuff is, you might see on the bottom, I do have a, it's like down there, let's see if I can point, past the party cam, is a donation goal for bits this season. I run the Regen Invitational. I'm wanting to do it again before season 5 starts, so if you guys want to help donate to see that happen, every little bit helps. I'm doing that out of pocket, and it's a community event, so if you guys want to help contribute and see it happen, both of these teams here tonight are going to be invited to play since they're being casted by me this season. So if you're a fan of these teams and you want to see the event happen, throw a couple bits my way and it's going to go directly into that prize pool. And you know, all these players participating, especially these heroic division teams who have a great shot at winning it, would really love for those donations to come through. So we saw a Sonya and a Hanzo from Taco team. Hanzo obviously going to stay down there in the 4-man. Sonya should be playing up top, and she's probably one of the best you're going to get on this map. And in response, it was Junkrat and Garrosh. So I actually love putting the Junkrat on the side of the Garrosh because of such a great counter Junkrat can be to Garrosh himself. So having both of them at the same time eliminates any play of a Junkrat disrupting Garrosh's combo, throwing people back into his team, and it can actually be used to put a concussion mine down to toss them even further back. So this could be a very deadly combo down that 4-man. Of course, they already have their Stukov set up there. So I'm really loving this composition so far from A-MEI-ZING. And I do like these first 2 picks from Taco team as well. I think Hanzo is going to do a great job, especially into Garrosh if he wants to get some armor reduction talents up against him. And Sonya, like I mentioned, is one of the greatest heroes in the game for that top lane here on Brax's holdout. So second ban phase kicking in right now. Yeah, Tychus, okay, I'm not sure about Tychus. I maybe would have liked to see Tychus for Taco team, but I guess they need a little bit more wave clear. Hanzo can kind of be lacking. Is the nerf really that bad, says Gravesville. Stixa says no, he's still very strong. I guess, oh, we're talking about Phoenix. Yeah, I guess the teams probably haven't had a chance to play Phoenix yet, so maybe they're just not sure. But yeah, I mean, if I'm with those next 2 picks, I'm thinking about possibly taking them. You also have like a Maiev available if you want to play that style. Like I think actually you could see A-MEI-ZING going to Maiev. I think she might fit into their composition. They have plenty of wave clear already with Junkrat, and Maiev might be that hero they need to help secure kills with the Stukov and the Warden's Cage combo. You have that lurking arm inside of the Warden's Cage is a pretty deadly force. So I wonder if Taco team realizes that, or maybe they want to let it through and play against it. I'm not sure, but I definitely would not want to play up against the Maiev here. And we actually do see the Phoenix ban, so you predicted it in chat. Good job. Hold on, I got a message here. Question. Alright, sorry about that. Someone wanted to ask me a question. Oh, Gravesville! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Bits are cool. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. All the teams that are getting invited to the Invitational before Season 5. Deeply appreciate it. Ba-ba-ba-ha! Gaming! Coming through with the huge host. 18 viewers. Welcome! I am Murda. This is the heroic division. A-MEI-ZING up against Taco team. Game number 1. You didn't miss a damn thing. Thank you for stopping in, hanging tonight. We are past the second ban phase here. Taco team on the right, looking to pick up their 3-4 spot here. And it's going to be Gul'dan for the wave clear and ETC for the tanking duties. So ETC is actually a pretty good counter to Garrosh. He has his W to knock away the attempt at the throw. So we will see if that works out for them. I do like it. I think it actually is a better matchup into Garrosh than some of the other tanks would provide. You still have these 4 or 5 picks. You're going to be able to get a counter selection up against Sonya, which is very important for A-MEI-ZING here. But you're also going to possibly pick up this Maiev, and that's kind of where I think I would want to go. Since you already have the wave clear in Junkrat, you have a really strong tank and healer in Stukov and Garrosh. I think the Maiev could work. It's still available, and it could be a deadly force for that Warden's Cage here. But we will see what route they want to go. I should note that tonight their captain Lightnex is not playing for A-MEI-ZING tonight. He is participating in the Heroes of the Dorm tournament. He plays for UCI, the #1 seed, so he will not be here. And it's going to be an Arthas, I'm assuming, to respond to Sonya, and a Genji to help with those ganks up top and contribute some of that reset potential pressure onto the likes of a Hanzo and Gul'dan, two very squishy targets. So that's actually a pretty nifty pick to find this late in the draft, especially on Braxis, when Genji can always be a deadly force to reckon with when it comes to getting that boss out. Not the strongest boss in the game, but when you have it in your control, you can dominate that lane and siege on a wall at the very least. One pick left. They have to find a response, and it has to be a healer because that's all they have left. Who's left? I don't think they can take a Alex. I think it might have to be like a Morales, but is Morales going to be the answer up against a Genji? I don't think so. They are very limited right now here at support with the Malfurion banned right away and the Stukov picked right away. Let's see what they want to do, and it's going to be Lucio. Okay, so the oft-forgotten Overwatch healer who was so prevalent early 2018. We are going to see him right now in the latest patch of 2018. Playing here on Braxis Holdout. Baha, my boy, thank you for being here. Thank you for the host. I see you in chat finally. Really appreciate it. Hope your cast went well. If you want to throw down the results of that game, I didn't get to see it. Would love to hear how it went. And again, thank you so much for that, host. Alright, so loading into Braxis Holdout, get a look at some of these names here on each side. If you recognize them, throw out in chat who you think is going to win. Hashtag AMZ for A-MEI-ZING, or hashtag TT if you think Taco Team is going to take this game. Let's see what you guys think. I'm interested to know where you think these heroic division teams lie in this division, because this is really the first time we're getting to see A-MEI-ZING all season. They've been outstanding in the past. They dominated Division B West last year, barely dropped any maps at all, made it all the way to the grand finals, played up against Order of the Sleeping Dragon, which we all know also is going to be participating in the heroic division this season. So this is a really quality team, and Taco Team, if you've been with NGS for a while, you might not know too much about these guys, but they're very talented. They went up against Fratres a few times, and I hear the results were pretty good for them. Let me turn on the proper overlay here for you. But let's introduce these teams. On the left-hand side, we do have A-MEI-ZING. Lasai, the acting captain for tonight, is going to be on Genji. Nukes for Kids is going to play Stukov. Salty Scyther, the substitute in for Lightnex, is going to be playing Garrosh. HZE is going to be playing Junkrat. Up in the top lane, we have Kaizen on the Arthas. Over on the other side, Marl Bryan, the captain for Taco Team, will be playing Sonya up top. We have Draco playing the Hanzo. Darklink on the Gul'dan, Marmoon on the Lucio, and Valak playing ETC. Alright, so I got the talent selections down there for you if you want to be looking at them. Looks like Genji's going to Swift Strikes. We do have the Bouncy, so he's looking to hit some walls, is the Junkrat, which is not too common of the build, but it could be effective with some of these walls here. Gul'dan really far out front, gets chunked down to 20% health early. He does have Lucio gradually getting some of the health back on him, but you never want to see your Gul'dan taking away too much health, because that means he can't tap it back to get mana, so it limits how many abilities he can throw. Salty Scyther looking for a play here, only finds the ETC. The silence was used by Stukov, but it did not lock down anything there. Let's take a look at the top. It looks pretty even, but Sonya with the lead on the push and the health advantage. You do have to remember Arthas has a mana pool, so eventually he will have to push out a lane, and it looks like Sonya is dominating the globe battle as well, so that could really choke him out there. Down here in the bot, both teams still poking. A Junkrat concussion might gonna knock ETC back, but he does have a power slide back to safety, so he's still alive. Salty Scyther doing all he can to really disrupt with that combo of his. The Q really coming out a lot. He's at 3 stacks already, so his Groundbreaker being put to good use so far. Control looks like it's going to be in favor of A-MEI-ZING on the bot side, but I would fully expect Taco Team to be able to push through Arthas here and get onto that top beacon. But for now, Kaizen is going to hold it, so start the counter. Beacons are progressing for A-MEI-ZING right now, and they're not getting through this garage right here. There is not much they can do it with, at least until Hanzo starts getting some more destructive arrows out of his quiver. But yeah, you got to have this Sonya win the top lane. That's the only answer for this until level 4 at the minimum. Darklink doing a great job of focusing down the wave, at least, to make sure that that mini wave starts crashing the other direction to hopefully make some room here on the beacon. Let's just poke in at top while this isn't too crazy right now. And yeah, Sonya, she's up top right now, holding her own. Alright, so let's see. We do have ETC working on his prog rock, only at 2, so slowly collecting, not getting too much for him. And they just really cannot move forward here. Oh, that's a good concussion mine onto this Gul'dan. Let's see if Lasai can finish it off with a Swift Strike. Does he have it? The Groundbreaker was interrupted. Was not able to stun Genji, which might have been enough for... stun the Gul'dan. Might have been enough for Genji to walk in and get that Swift Strike to finish him off, but... well done there by ETC to limit that. Or actually, it might have been the Lucio. Is that a boop? I'm not exactly sure. But right now, Salty Scyther in a weird spot, but he does find Marmoon and the Lucio, and there's the kill by Genji. Lasai swiping in, picking up the kill. That's first blood of the game, and it puts A-MEI-ZING at level 5 first, but right behind him is Taco Team hitting level 5 as well. So just about dead even on XP right now. Structures look to be in the favor of A-MEI-ZING on the bot side, but up top, Sonya's already gotten most of that tower down there. Oh, but look at this. Kaizen is able to use a tap, walk onto the beacon, and Sonya has to respect the fact they're down a man, and Genji could be coming up for a flank here, and I think that's why you see Sonya backing off just a bit. Oh, look at this though. Junkrat falling to below 200 health, has to step away, waiting for that bio kill switch from Stukov. Doesn't need it because his team gets the Zerg wave. Alright, so first Zerg of the wave will be top. It will be for A-MEI-ZING. It's a 100% to 0. Kaizen is the only one up here until Genji shows up, and there it is. Lasai showing up here. It's now a 2v3 plus a Zerg wave. On the bot side, it looks like they're just going to leave Junkrat up against ETC because Garrosh and Stukov are making their way up top. Genji falling a bit low. Sorry about not showing that. Just want to make sure you saw this rotation coming. And this is going to be a siege onto the wall, and about a quarter of the Zerg waves still remaining. The silencing circle coming out right now. Gonna lock down anyone from walking past her, especially the Sonya. She's a little too scared to walk through that silencing circle. Gul'dan is here trying to poke it down and work on his corruption stacks, currently at 18 of 40 if you're keeping track at home. Zergwave pretty much dead. Garrosh looking for a little bit of a Groundbreaker combo there. Not going to get it. And it's going to be back down to their lane for A-MEI-ZING. Alright, so let's look at some level 7 talents. We do have Into the Fray picked up by Garrosh, which I think is the proper pick. Targeted Excision from Stukov. I like that here as well. This is Tricky Shuffles to get a little movement speed for Junkrat, which I think is pretty good. Dodge. Outstanding for Genji. Both teams looking at picking up camps. It's going to be these Fire Bats for Taco Team, and it's going to be these Reapers. Is that what they're called? Reapers here for the side of A-MEI-ZING, and now the Fire Bats are going to go out on the bot side for A-MEI-ZING as well, and they're going to have an opportunity to walk in and potentially invade this camp, but they did not see ETC. The power slide connects. There's the concussion mine, and a quick kill because those minions you just capped started shooting Genji, and he uses deflect all over him. Now it's a double kill as Gul'dan falls as well, so a 2 for nothing. They're going to get a chance to clear up this camp with ease. ETC walking down to the lane to pick up some XP and kind of tickle down these Fire Bats that started shooting on the wall that don't want to reduce the armor of these structures, but it's not going to be enough just to ETC here, and these structures are going to be weakened. They are going to be hit down by Lasai and HCE, and that's going to be the first, or excuse me, it's actually the second wall of the game for A-MEI-ZING. So structural advantage really starting to come on, but wow, another flip there by Garrosh, but not enough lockdown ready. The silence wasn't there. He's able to walk away. I'd expect to see them really work on that, getting Nukes for Kids set up with the silence quickly so ETC cannot use his power slide to escape and keep that lockdown as long as they can. Checking out some of the stacks though, we do have Vigorous Reuptake that is over halfway done. That's going to get a lot stronger as the game goes on for them, especially with this 4-man stack they're running the whole game. Wow, there's another concussion mine. Let's see if Garrosh can find the flip. Not quite. Ends up flipping a minion instead, so Valak alive once again. But we got to keep in mind, beacons are just activating. Level 10s are extremely close for A-MEI-ZING. They're throwing a concussion mine onto this beacon point to make sure that Taco Team cannot move on. Looking up top, it's still the same deal. Arth is surviving as long as he can against Sonya, but Sonya's not too worried about it. Has the battle rage, has tough as nails of her own, so they're both just hitting into the blocks all day. So it really is having this bot lane owned this entire time by A-MEI-ZING that's really struggling Taco Team from doing much in this game. They have to figure out how to move forward. They need to get their Hanzo and Gul'dan lined up, and I do want to look at this Hanzo talent because, yeah, there it is. The armor reduction, sharpened arrowheads. If he can work on hitting the same target as Gul'dan, Gul'dan's power is going to be a lot stronger with that armor reduction. So I'm really hoping for them to see that really start to work out for them. Marmoon has to start hitting those auto attacks frequent and often. And here we did see moving up top. Excuse me, not Marmoon, it was Draco. Marmoon's playing the Lucio. Oh, Dragon's Arrow from deep is going to connect onto 2 targets. Salty Scythe, they're looking for something, but a huge shield was there as well. And the Mosh Pit also going to lock it down, but they lose the ETC because he didn't get enough targets locked in. There's going to be the toss back on the Gul'dan. Salty Scythe, they're low, but I don't think he's going to die. They do lose their healer, though. It's Stukov down. Junkrat, the one in trouble. He got caught when he was throwing out his Riptire. Will he get finished off by Lucio? And he does, and it's a double kill. Sonya here to finish off some kills as well. Kaizen now the only thing left here for A-MEI-ZING, because Salty Scythe is so low he can't stay in on that. They do have Hanzo and Lucio here. They're all going to get healed up, all 3 of them. They're going to walk onto this point, and Taco Team is going to get their first challenge of the game. But no, excuse me, Arthas, Kaizen moving up to the top, gonna play some okie doke, ring around the rosy, pick up the top beacon. So all beacon progress has been stalled for the moment, and it looks like teams are starting to look at some camps again. We do have Taco Team up here, Sonya, Gul'dan working on those fire bats once again. And this signals now Salty Scythe, they're making his move. They don't see enough people here. The taunt is perfect onto Lucio. He's gonna fall. Now it's 6-3 in terms of kills for A-MEI-ZING. Kaizen, the one in trouble though for A-MEI-ZING, has to throw out his ghouls. So Army of the Dead has been popped. Make note of that. Lasai finally shows up, finds his Gul'dan, and on the backside, Junkrat's here, misses his concussion mine, but they get the kill anyway. But will it be at the cost of HCE falling to Sonya? And it will. He does throw out a late Riptire to get the counter kill on Sonya, but this is some more ring around the rosy because all that's left down bot now is the Garrosh, and he's up against ETC and Hanzo. So teams are moving all over. This is Heroic Division play. This is how Braxis holdout should be performed. These teams are heavily rotating. 13's almost online for A-MEI-ZING. We'll see if they can grab those here before making another push onto this beacon. Nukes for Kids looking to play a little bit of bait onto the ETC. Knows his tank Salty Scythe is nearby, and there's Genji joining the fight. Junkrat joining now as level 13s are picked up. Let's look at some of these picked up. We do have double up from Garrosh, so he's going to look to get some extra armor with the reduction coming out from Hanzo. And there's the Dragon's Arrow connecting onto 2 is pretty good. Lasai falling low. You do have to get into the fray to throw Nukes for Kids back, and it's a little bit of a reset now for A-MEI-ZING. They notice that this is a little too mumuch damage. They're calling their Arthas down. Kaizen, he's here. See if they want to re-engage this. They hold the top beacon. Howling Blast connecting on for the X-Strike. Gonna get a kill along with that silence. A 2-for-0 exchange there. Well played on the flank by Kaizen, hitting the 4-man Howling Blast. And Lasai ready with the X-Strike, connecting onto all of it. Well played by A-MEI-ZING. They're now up 10-4 in kills. They're stepping on this boss. Let's see if Lasai is going to do some deflect damage at all. He's not even going for it. Like, do they not know how Genji works here? You walk on the boss, you hit deflect, you win the boss. Okay, they get it anyway. A little bit longer than they probably needed. Taking a little bit of damage on the Genji as well, but nonetheless, they do get the boss. Up top, looking at it, boss is here walking right over the beacon. So no, 60% is now the count on the channel. Throwing back the ETC once again. The taunt connect on ETC. Nukes for Kids in trouble because there was a Wrath and a spear onto Nukes for Kids. He's super low. That's going to be a downed Stukov, but not before the Zerg wave is picked up. On the top side, there's a little skirmish there too. Junkrat up against Sonya, and you also saw the Hanzo fall over here on the right side. I want to watch how this ends up because Junkrat, what a concussion mine to split the forces there. Put the Sonya on the grasp of his team as well. Well played by HZE, picking that one up. Great job there. So full Zerg, the boss is still sieging down the top side. So Taco Team has to split their focus here. They're going to give up the bot fort. They probably don't want to give up this top keep, however. ETC, the only one here right now, but joining is going to be the Gul'dan and the Hanzo Draco here, along with Darklink. But I don't know if there's enough. ETC getting thrown into this boss, and Hanzo just gets instantly burst down. Well played there. This keep has got to be falling, but Salty Scyther is low. He still has his double up, which was activated, and now has expired. He has to run Undominable to complete his escape. All 5 members here, they do have a bio kill switch, which now Vigorous Reuptake is complete, is very, very effective at healing heroes. ETC is staying a little late at the party here, trying to get some wave soak, but very heads up play. A-MEI-ZING making sure they finish off that keep because they notice they're not getting the one in the bot. They got one keep out of that, and that's all they asked for. Now 16-14 levels. The talent tier advantage is online for A-MEI-ZING. They can be aggressive on this bruiser camp. It will be scouted by Hanzo. So Taco Team is very aware that they're here, but I don't think there's anything they'll be able to do against this. They don't know where Arthas is. Now they kind of see him. Marl Bryan was able to scout him in that bush. A-MEI-ZING's going to play this a little safe. They don't want to give up their advantage all for a camp. X strike is beautifully put onto the Hanzo. He's gonna fall. The Junkrat Riptire was trying to get the Gul'dan, wasn't quite able to get it, but the taunt locking down Sonya, and a Howling Blast might be available if he can get it, but all they need is an into the fray onto Genji. Lasai picking up another. That's a 3-for-0 trade now, and A-MEI-ZING's gonna be able to work on this bottom keep now. You lose 2 keeps on Braxis, you are in a hell of trouble. Salty Scyther up front, has plenty of armor. There's Junkrat now, gonna work on throwing some of his grenades in here. There is nothing gonna be able to save this second keep of the game for A-MEI-ZING. They're gonna get this and safely walk away because very shortly we will see these beacons spawning. And there are a few objectives on this map in the form of these mercenary camps that Lasai and Co will start working on, and it's going to be this bruiser camp here to start on the side of Taco Team. Plenty of XP to be had because these waves are pushed. Taco Team's going to be able to just sit back, turtle for a bit, get their XP, and then worry about regrouping for when these beacons spawn. And there we go, 30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. 30 seconds to go until these beacons spawn, and they need to get this level 16 very quickly if they want to have any chance at contesting the Zerg wave, because if they get it, it will be GG. There is nothing on the side of Taco Team that will be able to stop the force that is a full Zerg wave at 16 plus minutes into this game. I just don't see it happening. Setting up the bush is Garrosh, waiting for his team. They are going to have plenty of room to work on this Firebat camp here, and probably work on getting that top beacon. They're not showing though, so this is interesting. The gank push is out. Hanzo with his revealing arrow is going to show that. Lucio also seeing it, with his boombox here in the bush. They know this rotation's coming, but what can they do? 16 still not here. This slow is being put into play by Arthas. The X-Strike once again, along with the Riptire that time, comboing the damage. There's the taunt coming out on ETC. He's super low. He's gonna fall. Marl Bryan has the Wrath form, but I do not think Sonya has any chance of living. Also falling there was the Lucio. It's gonna be a mega kill by the end of this if Kaizen has anything to say about it. But A-MEI-ZING is not worried. They're worried about this core, and they're already sieging it down 80%. There's the Sonya falling. 21-5 on the kills. These are your Division B West Season 3 champions. A-MEI-ZING making their debut in the Heroic Division, taking map number 1 here up against Taco Team. GG, well played. All right, so hang tight with me for a few minutes. We are going to take a short break. We will be back and on Cursed Hollow. Thank you everyone who's still with me. I see a lot of you still out there. There was a lot of sick plays out there in that match. The Genji X-Strike, which is not a common talent, paired with the taunt and the silence from the Stukov and the Riptire from the Junkrat, all came out, worked well. 21-5 on kills. A-MEI-ZING taking map number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, hang tight. We'll be back in about 5 minutes for game number 2. Thanks. All right, and welcome back, ladies and gents. We have the captain Lightnex coming back from his dorm match. Apparently UCI took the victory tonight, so the #1 seed advancing in the bracket to the round of 8. It was a very well played. One more win for them, and they'll be headed to the dorm finals, which I think are taking place in... Is it in Vegas? Oh, wait, no. It's at the Blizzard studio, right? Yeah, it's at the Blizzard Esports Arena, which I think is in... It's not in Burbank, is it? I'm not sure. Not sure. I don't live in California. Waiting on a few people. Move Kaizen. Make a player. Hat on who? Just waiting to see hat Lightnex. All right. Looks like teams are ready. Thank you for being patient with me here. Still waiting to figure out who they want to bring in. Is amazing with Lightnex returning. Looks like teams might be ready. R is being thrown out by me right now. Whew. Okay, so map number 2, it is going to be Cursed Hollow. Sombra, what do you think? Is this a map you like? Okay, she likes it. Waiting to hear back from Taco Team to see if they are ready. Dark Link says they're ready. Lightnex says they're ready. Ladies and gentlemen, draft number 2 here, about to begin.
Cursed Hollow.
Alright, welcome to Cursed Hollow. Says the Raven Lord. We should find out a lot more about him coming soon in the comics by Blizzard. If you're into lore, check those out. Sounds like a bit of fun. Blizzard kind of stepping outside of the box a bit with those comics they announced at PAX East. I'm not traditionally a comic book person myself, but I'll probably give it a read. If it's anything as good as some of the cinematics they've been putting out, the Saturday morning cartoons of like the Dreadlords was absolutely insane. I love the mecha one as well. It was very well made. So if it's along those lines, I'm pretty excited for what the comic books could offer. Ban number 1 will be for Taco Team, as this was the map selection by A-MEI-ZING here in this matchup. So we'll see what kind of route they want to go. Maul Brian, what is he thinking? Where does he want to lead his team here on this map? A few ways you could play it. Macro pressure, you could go just for team fights over the tribs, but if game 1 was any indication, A-MEI-ZING having the much stronger team fight tonight, and now bringing back Lightnex to play in place of Kaizen, I think is one who left, then there could be some trouble in terms of team fighting up against this team, because A-MEI-ZING is very good at it. And I think they got to focus more on macro play. Make sure you're getting your camps out. A little bit of boss control probably, because if you start losing bosses just like they did in game 1, they lost the one boss, and that's kind of where it tilted in favor of A-MEI-ZING for the rest of the game. You got to be able to win the 4-man, and it didn't work out for them winning the 4-man at all. They lost the wave clear, and they lost all the team fights. Once again, this is going to be a Malfurion ban, so I don't know if this is a target up against the healer Marmoon for Taco Team, but Malfurion banned once again by A-MEI-ZING there in the 1 spot. They took away their Hanzo. They played it in game 1. What selection do they like? What's at the top tier for them? This is a opportunity for all you Heroic Division teams to find out how these new entrants into NGS like to play. Looks like they're going to take their time, think it over for a bit. Possibly move into something a little different. Maybe they want to play Genji, take away the Genji from Lasai, who played it really well in game number 1. He could be a good pick here, but I'm thinking they want to grab that Stukov early if that's the healer they like, because they saw it happen in game 1, the ban on Malfurion, and then the instant pick onto Stukov. It makes it so you got to consider healer here in this spot, and instead they want Diablo, and that's a really cool skin. I like it. I like it a lot. Diablo is the first selection on Cursed Hollow, so they're gonna have a really sturdy tank up front. They have that engagement, which could also signal they might be looking at getting that Medivh. Medivh is very good here on Cursed Hollow. Just got a rework today. A little bit of a nerf to the circle protection. It adds in 2 seconds to every time you can put out that Force of Will. There was a buff to reabsorption at the same talent tier. An extra 20% healing on all damage taken. So a few different things. Arcane Explosion also was nerfed a bit. A few things on Medivh that make it questionable. How's it going to work out here tonight on this new patch? But it still could really work out, because all you need is that ley line and the APOC combo, and you can set up all sorts of stuff to follow it. And if they want to focus on their team fight improvement, that might be what they need. And here's the Stukov picked first once again. This time going to be paired with Varian. Okay, so Varian got a slight rework today as well. He had his health moved around a bit. So previously, if you were taking his taunt build at level 4, you were getting a buff to health along with it. Now they've kind of coupled that in with his baseline health and health regen, and removed some of it from the level 4 talent selection of taunt. So what this means is, if you're wanting to go Twin Blades or you're wanting to go C Smash, you're going to have a bit more health than you did yesterday. This patch is going to make those builds feel a little bit sturdier. Professor Bobo coming through, lighting it up with the cheer. I didn't see the host. No host today from you, Bobo. What's up, man? How'd your cast go? Let me know. Throw the results down in chat. I didn't get to watch it, unfortunately, because I was over here doing this. But very glad to see you hanging out. There it is. I called it. It's the Medivh. They're going to pair it with the Greymane. Yeah, I saw this coming a mile away. I love it on this map, and at this talent tier, or like MMR tier, I would fully expect that they're comfortable playing the Medivh. This is Heroic Division, ladies and gents, for all you watching from NGS. So Medivh is going to be the play. This might be the first time you see Medivh since the rework that was just done, or I should say the balance patch that was put out today. Another really cool skin also. Okay, so ban number 2, about to come down from A-MEI-ZING. What can you get rid of? I would assume choke out the healing even further. Who's left? Maybe Rhaegar. The Ancestral is really good on top of Diablo. Alexstrasza could be weird. Instead, they want to get rid of the Sonya. The Sonya played really well in game number 1. They won that top lane. If it wasn't for Sonya, Taco team would have been out of it much sooner. So taking it away, it's Sonya gone. This could leave room for picking up my favorite hero, Dahaka. I see room for Dahaka here right now. Global on this map would be really great. They do have Varian, but I think his taunt build coupled with his heal he gets on Q, he's a lot different than he used to be. This Varian can be a tank. Appreciate all the bits coming in. I can't count. I think that's about 10 from Tempest there. You guys rock. Remember, all the bits you throw in this channel throughout the season will go towards hosting the Regen Invitational before Season 5. They are directly contributing to the prize pool. So if you want to see these two teams, which they're both going to be invited because they're being casted by me this evening. If you want to see these teams participate and you want to see that event happen, keep throwing the bits in the chat, and I'm going to make it happen for all of you guys, man. Regen Invitational will be back, especially if we hit that goal. Jaina and Maev are the picks. They do not want the Ring of Frost on the side of Taco Team paired with Medivh and Diablo, because that is the most ridiculous amount of lockdown they can get. They also take away the Maev, which limits any sort of Warden's Cage combo on top of it as well. So some cool stuff. I like it. It gives them another form of engagement with Maev, which is really cool. And it protects Jaina too, because Maev can form that sort of peel that they need that Varian kind of lacks, especially up until level 4. And Maiev with her Umbral Bind can pull targets off of Jaina if they're trying to chase her down. So you need to remember that Maiev is also a great peeler. The only hero left is likely going to be their solo laner for A-MEI-ZING, so we'll see what Taco Team is looking to do here. What are they going to pair with this wombo of the Leyline Seal APOC they've already started? They also need their solo laner, so what will it be? It's going to be Karazim, who actually got a little bit of a buff today. And if you give me a second, I want to go through and read what these were, because this is the one hero I didn't have a chance to fully memorize, unfortunately. I'm clicking over to it right now, so hang on just a second. And the Tyrael as well, which is going to be great. The Sanct inside of that Warden's Cage. And he also got a rework today, so 2 more heroes, making a total of 3 here for Taco Team that all got reworked today. So Karazim got a health increase and a regen increase, and his Transcendence trait is actually going to do a bit more healing. It got buffed from 98 to 104. And let's take a look down at Tyrael. He had a lot done, especially to his Ardent Restoration passive. His healing is going to be increased to 15 per stack now. Stalwart Angel got a rework. That's his Q talent at level 4. The armor is going to be increased from 20 to 25, and his armor duration reduced a bit. So kind of weird there. And I can't not see this, but it's Dahaka, my favorite friggin' hero in the game. I think this is a great spot for him. He can win that matchup up against Tyrael, I think. So that's gonna be fun. Purge Evil also on Tyrael also changed. The basic attack damage is gonna have a bonus increase up to 45% now, so that is tremendous, especially when you have a Greymane on your team. So keep that in mind, that when you see those E's on the ground and Greymane standing on it, his attack damage is gonna be completely bursted open. Burning Halo at 16 got a rework, a little extra damage, a little extra bonus damage after teleporting, and Smite the Wicked is also a little bit buffed. The recharge rate and duration was actually reduced. So a little bit of a change there for Tyrael. Take a look on your own. There's a lot of these new heroes here, like I said. Also, Dahaka got a rework today. Balance as well. His W, I played it earlier, is a lot more fun. Right scene, there we go. Okay, we are here. This is game number 2. It is Cursed Hollow. On the left-hand side, we have Lasai playing the Jaina, HZE playing Maiev, Lightnex on the Stukov, joining in from his game, playing with UCI over there in Dorm. And we also have Salty Scyther, who's a member of UCI as well. He's playing the Varian. And up in the top lane is Kaizen. I'm my favorite hero, Mr. Dahaka himself. On the right hand side, it is Taco Team from Mexico. Marmoon gonna play the healer. It's Karazim this time. Dark Link on the Greymane. Marl Bryan gonna play the Tyrael this time. Valak on the Diablo. And did I miss anyone? Tyrael, Dark Link, Valak, Marmoon. Who are we missing? Oh, in the air is Medivh, and that is, excuse me, Draco. Couldn't see his name. Excuse me, Raven Form OP. Okay, wave clear already favoring A-MEI-ZING. They're gonna make their way up to top and hold the rotational advantage too. See if who's chasing. It's just gonna be Tyrael and a 3-man walking up here for A-MEI-ZING. Gonna shut down this Tyrael combo and silence coming out the Marl Bryan, taking a grunt of damage there. Tricked Esport getting thrown down. Remember those guys? I barely do. Kaizen down the bot up against a Medivh. Medivh's gonna be okay in the Raven form. Flying away, getting scouting, working on Q stack 6. Speaking of stacks, let me bring up the talent screen that you guys are waiting to see what the level 1 picks were. Sorry about that. We do have a Q build started for Jaina. Nisha's Memento can be working for Maiev here today. Q stacks for Varian, and that's the Lurking Arm build. Growing Infestation started for Stukov, and Enhanced Agility, a little extra speed for the Dahaka. On the other side, we do see Raven's Intellect, a little extra mana and health for Medivh, and Iron Fists. That's what we needed to see. The Kerosene moving into damage build. See how this works out. I'm assuming 7-sided is going to be paired with that as well. Already picking up Siege Giants, going to be pushing down bot lane. That's where the first trib will be spawning as well. Now working alongside Greymane on the Knights. Top, we already see Giants here as well from A-MEI-ZING. They are still 3v1 up against this Tyrael, so that's working out in their favor a lot, and expect to see some siege onto these towers. They've already gotten one and half the wall down, and now that the Giants are here, that wall is completely down, so now Marl Bryan is not safe, especially with Maiev and a silence there. Can they finish this with a Q? Marl Bryan, you have got to pay attention because that was very quickly played. With the snap of a finger, Tyrael becomes first blood here on Cursed Hollow for A-MEI-ZING. And here comes the tribute. Already set up down in the bottom is Kaizen the Dahaka up against the Medivh, played by Draco. Or Draco. I think it's probably Draco. We'll go with Draco. He's moving through his portals, having some fun dancing. But up top, this is going to be a fort, the first fort of the game falling. Those Siege Giants are going to have no trouble. And they're willing to concede the first tribute of the game for that. Here comes Diablo with a From the Shadows charge into the wall of the HZE. And Lasai's the one taking damage because Greymane's in here. Dark Link, there's the Umbra Bride connecting on the 4. They are going to trade. It's going to be Maiev trading with the Greymane down on the bot side. Here's the trip. Salty Scyther looking to start capping. He says, nah, I got this, Medivh. You get the cap. Let me whack on him a couple times. Draco has to back up. Not willing to lose his 18 stacks already on Arcane Rift. So trip number 1. Going over to your game number 1 winners. A-MEI-ZING. Level 7's now about to be picked up. Let's further dive into these talents we have started. It looks like a Fan of Knives build being played by Maiev, which I fully expected to see as well. We of course saw the taunt, and now we're getting Victory Rush from Varian. Jaina waiting, see if she moves further into this Q build style. One Who Collects was picked up by Dahaka, not opting for that new talent, the hero hitter. What's that one called? I never ever take it, and he's my favorite hero. But every time you hit heroes, it's going to give you essence now, which is insane. I don't know if you read the patch notes, but if you can work it in the right situation, especially up against a dive comp with this front line of Greymane, Tyrael, Diablo, you're going to be getting a lot of essence with that. But instead, he opted to pick up One Who Collects and now feeding Frenzy, which is the standard play. Here it is, 7 versus 7, our first true team fight of the game. Everyone's here, 5v5. Started up with a charge there by Diablo, and it's Greymane, the one getting slowed down a lot. Darkly falling low, has to use a portal to escape, gonna tap and re-enter this fight. Stukov is ready to get the bio kill switch out. Marl Bryan, once again, Tyrael has fallen. There's his trait, not going to be enough to stop the capture of the second tribute of the game. The globe going to help sustain them a little bit. Plenty of healing coming out onto all 5 members by Stukov, but a great flip and charge there by Diablo, and now the silence is locking him down. Stukov, very well played. Lightnex, the captain, returning from his dorm match, making it happen on Stukov here in game number 2. Now it is 4-1, and just like game number 1, we see A-MEI-ZING with another kill there. Now 5-1. They are really starting to spread the level lead because right now level 10 is about to be picked up. The third tribute's about to be ready. You already see Dahaka halfway moving there. Marl Bryan's been the culprit of a lot of deaths already here. He's working on Dahaka. He tried to hit a tongue there, did not land it. 10's being held by Jaina right now. Does she want to go into Welly? We'll see, and it is going to be a Welly play by Jaina. Will she pop it right now onto this Tyrael, who gets Umbral binded back? Another kill now, 6-1. Level 10s are far away, far away from Taco Team. Hasta luego right now, senors. This is going to be tribute number 3 and a curse for A-MEI-ZING. They're off to an amazing start here. Working on this mid fort, which cannot be protected right now. Tyrael has to walk back. All those minions gonna die immediately, and this fort is gonna have just about the same sort of consequence, falling very quickly here by the 4-man of A-MEI-ZING. And potentially with all these minions, yes, they will start working onto this keep wall, getting all the damage they can on these structures early. Diablo's top, they know he's top. The sidewall is down, ready for an engage. Sorry, we cannot see cooldowns on their ultimates. It is still bugged even after the patch. Sorry, there's gonna be the Warden's Cage and a Silence comboed out by Stukov and Maev. Another kill. There it is onto the Greymane and Taco Team. You can sense they're losing their mojo because this composition does not come online until level 10 when they get the Leyline Seal APOC combo, and A-MEI-ZING knows it. They are taking it to their throats early and often, working down half of the keep in mid lane, getting all the force down during this curse, and snapping right over before they hit level 13, working on their boss. This is gonna be a tough spot. Finally, level 10s are being picked up by Taco Team. We do see Polybomb instead of Leyline, so they're not going for it. APOC is the pick. Palm from Kerosene, Curse Bullet, and Sanctification. Looks like a boss trade. Dahaka does have it scattered up top. We'll see if they want to come and respond instead. A-MEI-ZING making the smarter play, moving onto this bot side. Would not be surprised if we see Dahaka also Brushstock down here to join them. They're gonna leave Dahaka here to stay and clear the boss. Everyone from Taco Team making their way down. Gotta start working on this boss. They cannot lose another wall because that is all they really have left in this game. Are walls at top, walls at bottom. Boss working it down. One of the towers already killed. The second one falling quickly as the boss whacks away on it. And now we see the 4-man from A-MEI-ZING looking at a taunt and a silence. There's the elbow Brian. It's all connected on Diablo. He does have protect though. It is Medivh saving the day for now. And he will scoot away. He has so much HP, not able to die. Gonna use his heart from that position to start his regen as soon as he can. So now he's gonna be back in this fight at half health already. There's gonna be another taunt. The silence is there on the Greymane. He did get the isolation from the Haka. The Sanctification is played inside that Warden's Cage, and the boss got through the keep, working on the core, but it has now fallen. Everyone from A-MEI-ZING said we got what we wanted. We got the pressure at before 9 minutes in the game. So they will have catapults bot lane for the remainder. They are now playing this very aggressive, working on these siege giants. Will Taco Team address it? They're not even afraid. Medivh does have it scouted. Will she throw, or will he throw a portal over the wall? Not going to go for it. They are still down that talent here. So macro pressure, team fight pressure, overall pressure, everything working for A-MEI-ZING. They are going to get their 4th tribute of the game. That is all 4 have gone in favor of A-MEI-ZING. The Night Camp has been picked up by Dark Link and Marmoon. Night Camp will be started on the side of A-MEI-ZING to counter it. Excuse me as I drink some water. So currently, Knights are pushing past midfield here from Taco Team. Medivh has his all but scouted right now. Salty Scyther here on Varian, looking to work down that mage as quickly as possible. And all of them, with all that area damage from Jaina and Maev, will fall very quickly. Now all that remains are Knights from A-MEI-ZING that will be pushing on to a keep that has no wall. So will we see a siege here from A-MEI-ZING? They have all 4 of their 4-man here. Dahaka ready to brush in if he needs onto the bush up here. Salty Scyther leading the way. Takes the Curse Bullet to the dome. Down to 33% health, now 25% health. Gonna get charged by Diablo. There's the flip. The swipes coming out. Very well played by Stukov. There's the Warden's Cage locking in 3 members. Greymane trying to jump in, working on that. Varian is very low, but also Greymane's low. Greymane will be the first of all. Following right behind is the Haka, or excuse me, Diablo, but Diablo has his souls to come back. Medivh falling too, and the Tyrael. That's a mega kill for A-MEI-ZING. Losing no one in that fight. Still have their Knights here. They're gonna walk right past it though because bot keep is already down. This keep is getting whittled away. The shields are falling quickly. The Knights are getting ready to join this. 90%, 80%, 70. Working it down to 60, 50, 40. 30 seconds. No one will be able to stop this. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, A-MEI-ZING will take the 2-0 victory over Taco Team from Mexico. So if you give me a moment, I'm going to try to reach out to a member of A-MEI-ZING to see if they can come in for an interview. I would love to bring in Light next, maybe talk about his Heroes of the Dorm time he's had so far. So hang on just a minute. Let me switch over to my caster cam for you. There I am. Hey, how you guys doing? How's it going? W Light next. Oh, I guess I can whisper him from here. Let's try that. Whisper. Interview. Lightnex is not online. He logged off right away. Okay. Let's reach out to Lasai. Whisper, not online. How come I can't whisper these guys? Let's see. Can you do an interview? Try to catch up with chat here a bit. Thank you everyone who continued to hang out this late night game, now past midnight on the East Coast, where I am from. Can you do an interview? We will see. Waiting to hear back from someone from Have Lasai do interview. Can you send him to lobby 1? Or I typed lobby 2, so I guess lobby 2. All right, so joining me here is Lasai, the acting captain, at least for game number 1 for A-MEI-ZING. Very well played tonight. How do you feel after that one? That was very impressive, dominating both games.
Honestly, I was a little iffy because Linux wasn't here yet, but honestly, I think it was relatively easy games. So, no stress.
Anything to note that you saw that from Taco Team that you thought was like a better play from them, or was it just like actually you guys like just kind of you had your will the entire time and nothing, especially game number 2 was just a clinic. So any redeeming factors you saw in Taco Team tonight?
I'm not really sure. I mean, we did some misplays, but they didn't even do anything, so I'm not trying to be like a dick or anything, but they didn't really do anything.
Yeah, no, I from the play we saw tonight, it was pretty evident that you were the better team. Braxis, you guys dominated the bot side the entire time. I think the Sonya had a little bit of an advantage up against Arthas and held her own for the most part. But having a Genji able to rotate quickly, like Sonya was scared a lot. So I think drafting was outstanding. But let's talk about drafting a bit, especially that first ban both games onto Malfurion. Anything you want to divulge there? Is it just a target ban against Taco Team, or is it just you want to focus getting rid of the other meta healer when you want Stukov that early in both drafts?
It's probably just because we want Stukov. Like, normally, like, if we get Stukov, the other team is probably going to think of getting Malfurion, right? So we want to just get rid of him.
Yeah, okay. That's exactly what I was thinking. X-Strike on Genji game number 1, and that was you, man. What's your thought there? Because I mean, I know what I thought. Let me get your headspace on that.
I normally don't ever take X-Strike. It's like my 3rd time taking it. I actually took it because we had a Garrosh, and our plan was, because we didn't have a whole lot of damage, and we don't want like the beat to go off in time. We just want a one shot wherever we can get to. So I took it.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, especially when Stukov was starting to hit the silences, and the one play was Kaizen comes down on his Arthas, hits a 4-man Howling Blast. The taunt silence combo was there in the X-Strike. It was a thing of beauty. So hats off to Kaizen if you want to clip that for him later. It was a hot play.
Yeah.
Game 2 was just straight domination. You guys played my favorite hero, Dahaka. Have you guys had a chance to play some of these new reworks? I know it was really quick turnaround from the patch and getting into this game tonight, but any thoughts on some of the reworks tonight?
I didn't even look at it. To be honest, I didn't play for like 2 weeks before today.
Oh,
Kind of
wow.
jumped in because I remember we had to play NGS. That's pretty much it. Lightnex reminding us that we had to play.
Well, playing on my stream tonight does get you guys another invitation to the Regen Invitational before Season 5. So congratulations on that. Congratulations on a very well played set tonight. Before I let you go, though, do you have any shout outs for anyone watching?
No, I don't think anyone I know is watching.
Okay.
Actually, yo, shout out to Nukes for Kids. I'm pretty sure he's watching. He played our first game.
Okay, all right.
Lightning came back.
Yeah, I thought the heals in game 1 were pretty good from him. The Stukov play was he was ready to go with the silence, so it definitely worked. So yeah, hello Nukes for Kids. Well played tonight, sir. All right, so that's it for me, Lasai. Thank you so much for joining me for this interview. Ladies and gentlemen from NGS, thank you for watching. Until next time, tomorrow night at 11 o'clock Eastern, right back here, you can see Guys Gems against Team Awesome Sauce. Following that will be a doubleheader for Guys Gems because they're going up against Arrogant Nephilim. So if you want to see some Div C action, hop in here and tune in and have some fun. For now, this is Murda. That was Lasai. Thank you so much for joining us. See you later. Peace.